Oh, good morning on a special time show, I guess. We're
Mhm.
doing an early morning show, so this one may be even more entertaining.
Mm.
We'll see how that goes. You gonna do your normal, or are you just gonna fold your paper?
I'm gonna fold my paper.
Okay. Well, while she's folding the paper, welcome into Cranial Diarrhea.
Oh, yeah, hi.
So we're off to a resounding start. So today we're gonna talk about something a little different. I was listening to something the other day, and this kind of brought up like if someone's favorite color or favorite food, how does that come about? I mean, how do you is that a chosen thing? Is it something that's influenced? Like for instance, I know your favorite color is orange.
That is not the case. That's never been the case.
And I mean UT orange.
No, hard pass. No, not the
But
case.
when did you first have a favorite color? When did you first think about having a favorite color? I guess would be the
I don't think I discovered that I had a favorite color until I was in my 20s.
wow.
Hmm.
Now, I wonder, does that impact like the color of clothing and stuff that you buy? I guess that's a yes.
Well, obviously, blue. Um, it doesn't really impact the color of clothing that I buy.
Well, I mean, not just clothing, but like things in general. Are you
I mean,
drawn more
like
towards blue
things,
things?
things for my house. Yes, like blues, turquoise, teal, that kind of spectrum. Yeah,
So what drew you to the color blue, you think? Is it something that just happened or
I just like it.
wait, this is
But
sweet.
I don't like for me, I don't have a lot of favorites. Like I can't tell you a favorite band. I can't tell
Yeah,
you a
see, I
favorite
don't
song, a favorite movie. I can't give you a favorite food because I can't narrow one down. Um,
yeah, see, that's easy for me. Cheeseburgers, hamburgers came from the
my
back.
husband,
Yeah.
peanut gallery, hamburgers.
Hamburgers, the hamburglar.
I do like hamburgers. I could eat hamburgers every day, but I also
Yeah.
like other like I like taco dip and I like chili and I like pot roast and I like spaghetti. I think spaghetti was my favorite as a kid.
Now, why would that be? I mean, is that just
I just like it. I don't know. Just like it.
this is an informative show. I
I
just
don't know.
the big question they were trying to figure out, and they really didn't ever have a definitive answer. Was is it you're influenced by your surroundings and stuff into like those certain aspects? Like, was there a lot of blue blue in your life and spaghetti over there?
No, growing up, I grew up in the 90s, really in the early 2000s and so growing up, the big thing in everyone's household, I'm sure, was hunter green.
Yeah, isn't that weird how those trends go
Yeah.
through? Like,
So we everything was hunter green. I still have a canister that my mom gave me that is hunter green from her hunter green kitchen. And then it was, grapes and like a
yes,
Tuscan,
yeah, it's really weird how those trends kind of set and roll through. Like, I remember, I guess it was it early early '90s into the no maybe late '90s into the
mm,
2000 when the country blue started coming back in.
hmm.
Everything started going back to
Do
the
you remember
country blue.
the geese with the
Yes,
bows tied around their necks?
yes, but people wanted them.
Yeah.
And I mean, and it's funny how things cycle because,
Yeah.
like, I'm sitting here looking, and you have a Stanley Cup. I've had a Stanley thermos I've had for like 50 years, and I didn't know it was
Hmm.
popular. So, see, now I'm one of the cool people with my Stanley thermos. Who knew?
I just like that it keeps my drink cold for hours and hours and hours.
And speaking of things coming back around, I've started seeing in teenage style the leather pants from the '80s are coming
Oh
back. I'm gonna have to get me
no.
another pair of those and rock those
I've
leather
never
pants.
I had a pair of fake leather pants. I wore them one time because by the end of the day, My legs were soaked with sweat, and it was the most uncomfortable thing.
I had a pair back when Eddie Murphy was out with his Delirious and his
Mm,
red leather, and then I also had a pair of the parachute pants, and they were funny because
oh.
every time you moved, it sounded like a
No,
swoosh.
I did see there's a I don't know, you probably don't remember, but when I was a teenager, the big thing were the elephant ear Jinko
Yes, those
pants,
I'm
and
seeing those
those
again.
are starting to come back
I'm
too.
seeing those where it's like
And
you
I'm
don't.
like, we used to wear those, and it was like the coolest thing ever. But if you had to walk anywhere in the rain, your pants are soaked up to the knee, and they weighed 32 pounds.
I've seen, and it's so funny because it's like you don't look like you have legs. It's just like this
No, and
balloon.
I'm wondering now if my hip problems are because that because I walked
Carrying your
around carrying
jinkos
all
around.
that weight.
It's a possibility. Another thing I'm seeing now is bell bottoms are coming
Mm-hmm.
back. The big, and I'm not talking about a little, but I'm talking about like the
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
big. So I'm waiting for like the Kiss shoes. Everybody start walking around with the big
yeah.
heels and
I'm
stuff.
I'm I'm sticking with the skinny jeans because I did my time with my pants dragging the ground.
You don't want the tent leg pants.
No, and and it's difficult for someone of my height to find pants that are long enough.
See, tent legs. It didn't quite go to the ground.
Because the thing was they needed to just the top of your shoe needed to peek out, and your pants needed to cover the rest of it. Well, that was never a thing for me because my legs are so long. Thanks for that.
You had Jinko shorts.
Yeah, I had to. So the only pants that were long enough for me were the pants that were hand me down from my uncle.
So let me ask you this: isn't there a time in life where you get to an age where you should not try to follow the fashion trends?
I'm there.
I mean, I'm not talking about just.
I'm there. 100%. I'm there.
I'm just talking about in life in
Not
general.
only that, but I've grown outward.
Well, I see
And
all
so
these.
these new styles of like the crop tops and the yoga pants, and like if I were to walk out like that, like people would be physically ill.
I just.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just see all these older folks walking around. Like I'm sorry, I'm not gonna buy a pair of jeans with holes in it.
I do have jeans that have the worn look that do have, they're not necessarily holes, but they just look like they've been roughed up.
See, back in my day, your parents would put like one of those old jean
Well,
patches on it, and then you look like the hobo.
I like it. I don't wear them a lot because my thighs in particular look like come busting out of those
But why would you
worn
want?
parts, like a busted can of biscuits.
But why would you want a pair of jeans with like holes in it? I don't get it.
For me, it's about air conditioning.
Well, why don't you just wear shorts? Air conditioning.
Well, no, because you can't walk around in shorts in 60-degree weather.
Why?
Well, number one, I don't
It's
have
America,
a tan,
right?
and I would blind people.
For now, it's America for right now.
I would blind people.
They
And for
could-
two, my legs look like they're full of cottage cheese.
But you could still walk around in shorts. Just saying.
I'm not at the age where I don't care.
Until the Russians help Texas and come in here,
Oh my
it's
God.
still America
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
I just there's got to be a point in fashion where you go, okay, you know what? I'm an old person. I don't need to wear that stuff anymore.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think we're at that point. Well, I mean, I'm at that point, but I don't know.
And then there comes a point where you just have so many clothes, you don't need new clothes.
Yeah.
Unless of course you kind of expand your horizons a little bit and the old clothes don't fit anymore. I guess that could be an issue.
That's where we are.
I'll shop at Omar's, the tent maker.
Yeah. I'm just gonna walk around in muumuus for the rest of my life.
Hey, they look comfortable.
They do look comfortable.
I mean,
They do
you
look.
got to give.
I mean, they're not office appropriate, but I think I could get away with it in
No,
other
it depends on
areas.
what office you're in.
This is true. Yeah.
And plus, you only have to go to the office like once every blue moon, right? So you can
Wow.
take your moo off.
And once a month. Yeah.
Once a month, you could take your moo off and go about your business. Was that, did that say extremely cold in your
It is
Stanley Cup?
extremely cold.
So what is the deal with the Stanley Cups? Why is everybody so into them right now?
So
I agree.
I got mine because it holds a large quantity of liquid and it keeps it cold for a long time. So I don't have to keep getting up and getting because of the diabetes, I stay thirsty.
But what is brought? I mean, what has Stanley done to bring? Is there some kind of advertising
I
campaign
don't
they're
know.
doing?
When
or-
I ordered this, it wasn't a thing for like I wasn't aware of the hype. I got it on sale for like $30. So it's not like I didn't actively seek it out, but I knew, Stanley was a
I
decent
mean, they've been
brand.
around forever,
Yeah.
but I just don't understand why the certain surge.
I didn't want like an off-brand cup that would come apart.
I was just wondering, did some like famous person, or maybe you showed it on the show one time and it just went viral.
I don't think so because
I mean, our whole one listener.
I bought that early December.
So you bought it before the trend started.
I don't know. I don't know when the trend started.
So are you a trend following person?
No.
Your husband says
I don't
yes.
think so. I don't think so.
The Stanley Cup is made in China.
Is it made in China?
Mm-hmm.
It used to be made here.
Yeah, they used to be.
Yes, ethically manufactured in China.
Ethically.
That means they don't use little kids.
Or at least that's what they
But
tell you.
they used to be here because the Aladdin plant was
right there in Nashville.
And actually my father-in-law worked there. And when the cup came in, he looked at it and he said, "Don't drop it." And I was like, "What?" And he said, "If you drop it and the outside layer touches the inside layer, it's not going to insulate anymore."
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I have yet to drop it.
So Stanley's moved all their production to China, I guess.
Apparently.
It was Mexico for a while.
Interesting.
Victor Dodge's son, Tory, sold the name.
Oh, he sold it out, so they're not the same company anymore then. That's interesting.
You'll never get my dollar.
I don't know if our mics are picking him up, so we might be having a one-sided conversation.
That's okay. They'll figure it out. So I mean, it like things like that, like trends kind of fascinate me. Like, I understand how some things take place because, they're advertising heavy, like to a certain population or whatever.
I think this thing started on the TikTok.
See, that's the problem with TikTok. So it is being used by Chinese to sell Stanleys.
Well, good job. It works.
It's working, Stanley. I wonder how many. I heard on the radio the other day, the reporter was reporting one teenager's parents had bought them like every color available in a Stanley
Yeah,
Cup.
that's interesting to me too, because when I was a teenager, I don't remember, like I wanted things obviously, but it was mainly like CDs and like
Right.
Not nowadays they want like these expensive ass shoes and clothes and cups and
Well, I guess they don't really want CDs and stuff because most of your younger people now stream music.
No, I know, but I'm just saying like my wants were basic. And I don't know if that's because I come from a humble upbringing, but like kids are just entitled now.
I think that's normal, like was normal.
And
back
I say
in the
that,
day.
but my kids like I want a gaming PC.
And you went out and bought?
Well,
because you're
it
one
was
of
her
those
18th
rich people.
birthday.
You're one of those rich people.
Yeah, not anymore. Thanks, Biden. I don't think there are rich people anymore.
Just think, soon you might be able to say, "Thanks, Putin."
Yeah.
How cool would it be to have a leader named Putin? What you doing? Listening to Putin?
Putin.
Listening to Putin.
But listen, side note. We had a karaoke night over here, and
how'd that go?
I'm digitizing the karaoke list. So right now it's in a book, and I'm trying to put it in an Excel sheet so it's easy to search for things and all this stuff.
So you're not actually like digitizing the songs playing. It's
no,
just
so
the
the
name
songs
of the
are already
songs.
on a hard drive.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm going through this book and I'm typing things in because I don't know how to do it any other way. And I come across this section in the book called adult parody that I've never seen before because I've never made it that far into the book. I'm usually too drunk by the time we reach the M's.
Now that's a throwback Aladdin.
This is an original Aladdin Stanley.
Let me see. Let me show it. Thundercats! Ho!
Thundercats.
Look at that.
Wow.
That's older than you are.
There's no telling what somebody would pay for that.
Yeah, this was made in
I mean,
1985.
Yeah,
I still have G.I. Joe lunchbox in there that's damaged, but
That's cool.
that is really cool.
So anyway,
and it still insulates.
I found this section, and it just so happened that we were going to sing karaoke that night because my brother-in-law said literally, and I quote, "I have music in my soul that needs to come out." I said, "Okay, okay." So anyway, they come over, and I'm like, "Hey, I found this section of songs. Let's check it out." Frosty the Pervert.
Never heard of that.
I go. What is it? I go out hooking. I go out hooking after midnight. Yeah. There was one that was with Legs Wide Open, but it didn't play. Okay. But when I tell you these songs are so raunchy, this was my grandfather's karaoke machine. So we're singing these songs. The people that aren't singing are reading the lyrics. And the whole time I'm thinking, Grandpa, whoa.
But now, was this something he just maybe
he didn't
bought the collection? And
no,
was
yeah.
in
So
there?
what they did was they had the karaoke machines. They sent off. I guess they bought a hard drive and sent it off to this guy who loaded this whole library. So he wasn't like picking.
So he
out,
may have never even seen it.
No, I don't think he ever saw it.
Or maybe he did.
Well, I never saw it.
So
I've had the machine for 5 or 6 years now, and I've never seen this stuff.
that's funny.
So, and there are TV themes on there. I sang the Flintstones. Yeah, like they're just stuff that I never knew was on there. But anyway,
That's cool. That's really cool. And so when you dig into something like that, I think this is really bothering me on my head. I keep staring up at it.
we'll move it.
No, it's fine. I'm not going to move it now. It's a microphone that
We need to
can
get like
sit.
some Flava Flav chains and just
with the big time clock.
hook it on. Because I'm my hair. I think my hair keeps brushing against mine.
Where with the big time
I guess
clock.
I'll find out in editing.
My clock would probably strike 12 while I'm talking. Dong, dong. But isn't that cool how when you start going through stuff, you find stuff you don't even remember you had?
Or didn't even know you had.
Right, or didn't even know you had.
Yeah.
But, and that's the thing. If you look to now, like I'm looking at things like notebooks and lunch boxes. Well, not really lunch boxes, but, things that are coming out. And a lot of it is like shows and like the Disney shows and cartoon shows that were back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a lot of companies are capitalizing on the sentimental aspect of things. So you do see a lot of these things resurfacing.
I mean, just think about it, like Snoopy's been around forever, and even the kids continue to buy and want to have Snoopy stuff.
Well, look at the Ninja Turtles.
I was going to say that. Yes, they're making a resounding comeback. I don't know. I have to wonder what happened with Bugs Bunny because he kind of fell off the map.
I think that our pansy-ass society decided that it may have been a little too violent.
I guess Yosemite Sam was kind of violent, but it's
come on,
it's
like
okay.
it's a fucking cartoon, dude.
Right,
like,
Roadrunner and Coyote and
yeah.
Did they ever make one where Coyote actually caught Roadrunner? Didn't they make one?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Boy, I just wondered. But you see, like you're talking about Thundercats. I seen the other day, I was flipping through, and they were actually on a TV channel. Now, I don't know how many people still watch them, but like Transformers.
I don't know about all the other cable providers or satellite, whatever. But on Direct, they have a channel called Boom, and it's literally old cartoons.
And it must be popular if they have the channel.
Yeah, like Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry and
But I
the
mean,
whole
they
nine.
have like Transformers. I mean, that's been around since the 80s.
Mhm.
Of course, the Marvel universe, they've been around forever. They keep expanding. Some of the new characters, I'm like, really? And what irritates me is when they start making the movies and they don't stick to the true character.
Well, yeah,
They always have to
because
bring something in.
everything has to be woke now.
Well, I'm woke. I woke up early this morning. But I mean, it's just stay true to the characters and stuff. But I guess they have to take some kind of creative rights to change it for
I
the
don't think that has anything to do with it. I think it's a matter of pandering.
like for instance, like the actors going on strike and delaying the new season of everything coming out. Now it's coming out like after Super Bowls or whatever. Did that really affect you in any way? Because it didn't affect me.
No, it didn't affect me, but I don't think it was like your A list that they were like fighting for. I think it was your like your I don't want to say lower class, but you know what I mean, like the actors that don't have these major roles, like the
What were they What were they even fighting for? I don't even know.
I don't think the actors, like your extras on TV shows, things like that, you have regular extras and people like that. I don't think they were getting paid enough in royalties.
Okay.
I think that's what I mean. I'm not a part of that industry,
I don't know, but
obviously. So.
I just thought to myself, they've been on strike and it really hasn't affected me one way or the
No,
other. It doesn't. I guess I'm just not that hooked
I mean
on
it
TV.
irritates me that it's going to delay the last season of Stranger Things, but whatever.
Is this the
Like,
last season of Stranger Things? They're going to end it? Wow. I thought they would keep it going a little bit longer.
No, there's been rumors of like a spinoff, but
See, Walking Dead did that, and I haven't watched any of them. I like
well,
The Walking Dead, but
I think for me, the people, the writers, the Duffer Brothers, they did it so well with Stranger Things that I'm kind of like I'd check it out. I'll check it out because
see,
it was so well done.
like The Walking Dead was really good, but Fear the Walking Dead is just basically the same as The Walking Dead, just with different characters, and it's like,
Well,
it's
here's
just
like
not as good.
how you can't really expand the plot because it's the same.
Well, sure you can. Didn't you see the one where Woody Harrelson always wanted the Twinkies in the store and he was fighting zombies? You could go that route.
Yeah,
He wanted the Twinkies.
I just think it depends.
It really did. I think what it depends on is can the characters that you put in the new shows make those, I don't want to say connections,
Yeah, like
but
you look at
hold
the
their
new
attention.
like the new Ghostbusters movies coming out. They're good. They're really good, but
See,
it's because they still fall in line with the originals. They
but
didn't completely revamp it and create a new story.
but see, I
It's
prefer
just
the
carrying
originals.
forward.
I prefer the originals.
I'm not saying I don't prefer the originals. I'm just saying these are good too.
I think I'm kind of like you. If it's like a continuation of the story, then I'm okay with it. I mean, let's just
Right.
be honest. I went and seen the Top Gun 2, and I wasn't overly impressed because it was the same basic storyline.
I have not seen the first time.
Yeah, the first one was,
Which is
now let me say this: the first one was good, but it was not, to me, all the
yeah.
hype that people were giving.
I've never seen Top Gun, which is interesting because my dad was a huge Tom Cruise fan. He really liked that movie. And what was the other, Days of Thunder?
He played in
liked
Days of
that
Thunder.
one. I never liked Tom Cruise.
No, I'm not a big Tom Cruise person.
Neither is he. He's anyway.
You just so mean.
Well,
It's all good though. But I don't know. I just the more I see movies coming out now, I'm like, can you not come up with original ideas?
yeah. Well,
I mean, everything's a
yeah.
rehash. Now, I did see where they're coming out with Beverly Hills Cop, a new one, and Axel Foley's coming back.
Well, I told you, it's all about being sentimental, because these people are going to go see these movies because they remember watching these movies
I
and they
am.
liked these movies.
Yeah, I'm gonna see that. Like Coming to America too, or with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
And I had to watch it.
Like there's a movie coming out in June, I think, and Inside Out too. And it's a kids movie, but Angela really liked it when she was little, and it's like, so it's sentimental. So
you're gonna go see that. What was? Wow, that's an old throwback. I have one set on top of my refrigerator. It's
Will
brand
not
new.
break 78. This is my grandfather's. He had to cut a hole in his lunchbox to make the thermos fit in there. They weren't moved around over the years.
bigger than my head.
And Dad still has his that from 1994 that he said originally Mom wasn't powder coated. He's like, I stripped it down, powder coated it myself at work.
I've got one that's
Made
a
by
little bit
Aladdin
taller
Industries
than
Inc.,
that. Made by
Nashville,
Aladdin.
Tennessee.
And mine still keeps my coffee hot.
210.
Well, look at that.
Yeah. Yep.
That is.
And it's even got the cup when you open it. You pour it right
that's a
in.
cup right there.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I'm just saying, let me see this. Take the lid off. See, this is the style I have at the house that I still use to this day. And then you just pour your coffee in your cup and you're ready to
It
go.
looks like some big ass artillery.
It does. It kind of does, doesn't it?
I told him it's almost the size of a tank shell. But Papa bought that brand new. He didn't buy it. Oh, you got it for him brand new? Gave it to him for Christmas. And how much did those go for in 78?
Hell, would I remember that?
Yeah,
That
really.
said
That's a long
72.
time ago.
Plus,
No. Will not break 78.
I
Oh.
had an advantage. We had what they referred to as the company store.
Right.
Oh, you go in. It's like,
So whatever those cost, I could get it for half of what.
You know, you could take that. Need to take that to that antique show. See how much they'll give you for it.
well,
Anymore.
I wonder when the last time he actually used this thing was.
I have no idea.
I would guarantee it'll still keep your coffee hot though.
He retired in
96.
90 something.
Wow.
Probably hadn't been used since then. What is it? Yeah, I want a thermos bottle. Yeah, I want a thermos bottle.
Come here.
They put brandy in it.
Yeah, really.
Come here.
Put some brandy or some
Come
whiskey.
here.
You are not.
Y'all want to see my
You know, we
dog?
were talking about getting
My
sued about
dog.
the lunchbox.
Look at my dog. Oh, my dog. He's so
They got
pretty.
sued over them too. People were putting Coke or like orange juice and forgetting and didn't drink it all, and it would ferment inside, and build up pressure and shoot the top off. They got sued over that.
Yummy.
Well, that's the kind of orange juice you need.
People get sued.
I used to be bad about leaving cups in my room with milk in them.
Oh.
Country now.
Just trying to make my own cottage cheese.
Yeah, sour. Make your own sour cream. It's pretty bad. Oh. Pandy wants some coffee. He's ready for his morning coffee.
Anyhow.
Where? All right, folks. I think that's going to do it for another interesting episode. Till next time. See ya.
Bye.